Hello, good afternoon everyone. I am Nimisha, the head of Talk IT and Business Continuity. In fact, today I would like to share with you that it is my CIO, the Chief Information Officer, Mr. Prashant Veer Singh was supposed to come here to give this presentation, but somehow he has got some urgent engagement and he was unable to come over here, and he has given me this opportunity to come and present this project that we have done it in Bharti Infratel. So we have nominated this project in the innovation category, and the project is Tower Operations Center. In a brief agenda, that what we are going to talk about is the Bharti Infratel, the drivers in the Tower Operations Center, its concepts, how the Tower Operations Center works, which we call it as TOC, the solution impact, and the way forward. About the Bharti Infratel, I think most of you must be knowing by now that the Bharti Infratel was created as an independent telecom passive tower company in 2007 with an IP1 license. And we have a 42% stake in Indus. We have around 33,000 towers across 18 states and 11 circles. The key business challenges that Bharti Infratel has faced are that our tower operation center, our complete tower sites are decentralized, and the overall operations are manpower intensive. The logistics were too tough and the areas were toughest, and the terrains, and those towers are in the rural areas. There was issues with regards to the power availability. However, the telecom has already penetrated into the rural areas. There was a lack in the operational visibility, as well as it was very difficult to manage and track the SLAs. So I will give, there is one small audio video.
So we'll just quickly go through the operations, how the operations really work.
Welcome to Bharti Infratel Business Overview. In this session, we will learn about how the company's infrastructure is organized. Infratel sets up and leases out sites to its customers to host their network equipment. A site typically consists of a tower, a shelter to place the network and other equipment, and lastly, a diesel generator set which powers the equipment in case of a power failure. The shelter is a temperature-controlled room with ACs and has reliable power supply through an electricity connection, a DG set, and a battery bank. It also houses a SMPS and a power interface unit that manages the power distribution to various equipment. The tower, the shelter with ACs, DG set, battery bank, and related equipments are together known as the passive infrastructure. Infratel sets up and maintains passive infrastructure and leases out this environment to its customers or operator companies called OPCOs. Customers set up and maintain active infrastructure utilizing the facilities provided by the passive infrastructure of Infratel. The radio antennas on the tower, the BTS, and other network equipment in the shelter are known as active infrastructure. Each such site services a cell and many adjacent cells across the country from the cellular network. A technician manages a group of 10 to 12 such sites. A set of around 100 sites is called a cluster. A cluster in charge, or in short, a CI, manages a cluster. A technician reports to the cluster in charge. Many such clusters in one or more cities group together to form a zone. A zonal technical manager, or in short, a ZTM, manages a zone. All CIs report to a ZTM. A circle in turn comprises of many such zones. All management responsibilities at this level lie with operations and management, or O&M. All ZTMs report to the O&M. Bharti Infratel currently operates in 11 such circles all over the country.
Now we will talk about the drivers to set up the Tower Operations Center. The Tower Operations Center was built to centrally monitor and manage the large distributed infrastructure, and the IT has been used in pioneering the automation to monitor and manage the operations. It is then to drive and improved operational visibility, energy, analytics, fault patterns, and process and vendor performance. Through TOC, there has been a re-engineering and the integration has been done to the ERP system. The TOC has been created as an innovation for a product differentiator and to also manage an SLAs.
So net, it was really, the need was that we shift from an ad hoc style of management of passive infrastructure or the basic infrastructure to a proactive way of handling basic infrastructure. Basis on the basic infrastructure is what active infrastructure really operates, and then the networks and or our cellular networks really work. Which is why we wanted to adopt a more proactive way of managing infrastructure.
Now, it was a concept which is termed as a 3IM methodology, which was created in 2000. That concept was conceptualized in 2009. And that point of time, first of all, let me tell you what 3IM is all about. 3IM is basically the instrument, interconnect, intelligent, and the management. It was not easy for Bharti Infratel because they were first globally to come up on this concept, because this kind of thing was definitely existing for the active infrastructure, but Bharti Infratel was the first to create this kind of concept in the passive environment. To do that, Bharti Infratel has done a partnership with with the IBM, who definitely have a strong hold on the products. However, they have never worked on this kind of passive management. Bharti Infratel also did a partnership with the people who were providing the assets at the sites. For them also, it was a completely new, because they have also not thought of at that point of time how the things will be integrated and will come to a central system for overall monitoring of the system. So in the instrumentation part, the sensors, DC energy meter, AC energy meters were deployed, interconnected using an SMS, GPRS and OSS probes. Intelligence was built using rule engines, the NetCool products, asset management and service management. Overall, the management has been done for alarm management, incident management, energy management, asset management and billing. The TOC is basically now the heart of the tower business. It gets the feed from OSS, GPRS and SMS. And all the alarms or the events that are coming from the sites are getting centrally aggregated, and then it is being processed, and then the alarm management, incident management and the asset management is being done, and overall command and control is being established to the field staff. The people get an automated information via an SMS that they have to go and work upon the field. This has also been integrated with a billing system, which is ERP for the billing to the vendors as well as to the operators. It has the data also goes to the for the analytics with regards to the energy, asset performance. And now with regards to, should I move?
We'll now actually show you how the TOC really works, because as Nimisha spoke of, while the active infrastructure did have, a knock, the toughness or the innovation was really about implementing that in a passive scenario, and that's what it's going to talk about.
From all over the country, sensors or probes are attached to the equipments. For example, a sensor detects if the electricity from the board has gone down, or that DG set has started, or that the shelter door is open or closed, or that the fuel is below minimum level, etc. All these sensors and probes connect to the Network Management System or NMS, which sends these alarms to the central servers using GPRS, SMS or OSS as a communication channel. Once these alarms reach the central server, they are analyzed by the system to generate a trouble ticket. Trouble tickets record the requests for maintenance, service or other events which could disrupt service. As mentioned, the system can automatically generate tickets after analyzing the alarms, or a ticket may be manually generated by an authorized user. Once a trouble ticket is created, its status is marked as new. The trouble ticket is then assigned to the relevant technician as per the assignment table maintained in the system. Once the trouble ticket is assigned to a technician, he needs to acknowledge the trouble ticket via SMS within the stipulated time. If the trouble ticket is not acknowledged by the technician, or if the technician sends a busy/leave acknowledgement via SMS, the ticket is reassigned to the next authority level or another technician. The technician would then visit the site and resolve the issue. Once the issue is resolved, the technician sends a confirmation SMS to the system in a predefined format. The trouble ticket would then be marked resolved in the system.
Now let me tell you the overall impact the solution has given. It has provided a business as well as an environmental and social impact. It has given an opportunity. With this solution, we are able to save around 7 to 8 crores of rupees per year. 50% of the reduction has been done on the outage incidents. There has been improvement on the critical incident, which is up to 30%. It has contributed also to the social environment and the environmental facts, where it has actually reduced the carbon footprints by around 4.08 million kgs per year. Reduction in the field trips were also possible, which is around 33,000 plus sites because of the billing that has been integrated, and it has also given it has also increased the mobile penetrations, because 70% of our towers are in the areas which are the rural areas. On the last note, I would actually like to mention that we have not stopped our journey at that point. Now we are still in the process of journey. We are now integrating ourselves with the access control, video surveillance and the asset management using RFID. We are also using a new second generation remote terminal unit at our sites, which will be having a wireless controller, where we will not be further just be sending the events with regards to with the wired networks. It will be completely through a wireless network, and some intelligence will also be built inside the site for some decision making. In all, I just wanted to let you know that as of today, there are around 7 to 8 lakh events that we receive from 30,000 sites. Overall, the technician which gets this to work upon as an incident is hardly 1 per site. So only 1 per site per day he has to go and physically visit the site. Earlier, it was a humongous stock for the manpower operations to work upon, which has been drastically reduced now. That's all from my side.
Industar also has its own operations, and this Bharti is affiliated. So how does it work?
Absolutely. So actually, we spoke on that when I guess you just stepped out at the beginning, right? Infratel actually has a 42% stake in Indus, and which is where this whole concept of talk was first planned and conceived in Infratel and then gradually transferred because it's a sister concern. How the stake and the operations between Indus and Infratel work is that Infratel is operating in 11 circles, out of which 4 are shared between Infratel and Indus. And these 4 circles, Indus has the right to build new towers, whereas Infratel is managing the existing footprint of towers. Over and above those circles is what Indus is operating it, which I believe is around 16 circles.
A lot of what you talked about seems to be integration. Have you done anything innovative, as in you've created something that wasn't there to collect information, some sensors, or is it just integration of lots of information?
So just before Nimisha answers that, yes, absolutely. In an active parlance, if I may call it, there was a NOC, or a Network Operations Center, which really existed, which was monitoring the active equipment. What was required to ensure that a TOC actually captures data on site is get sensors installed on the equipment, passive equipment, which is there on the site. And that is what would really trigger in sharing of data, on-site data, at the operations center. So absolutely, to answer your question, yes, there were sensors. There was a complete solution which was, I would say, conceptualized and devised along with partners and IBM. Sensors installed at the site, and the whole, process of how this operations center would really proactively manage the asset. So absolutely, that was the innovation part. The innovation was really, how do we convert the existing concept into a passive infrastructure scenario? That was the innovation. As I said, that passive infrastructure until then was really being handled at a very ad hoc basis. This made it more proactive in the sense that if there was a site going down due to a passive infrastructure reason, we were able to proactively monitor it and accordingly ensure that the ticket reaches our technician, which is on ground, who is supposed to be taking care of that site well in advance, vis-a-vis us relying on networks where, hey, because that site is down, I'm not able to reach my technician. So I'm having to send someone across 100 kilometers to really go there and take care of the site.
Just a couple of questions. First relates to your tickets for workforce management. Is it also related to the inventory management? Because even if you give instruction to the workforce and he doesn't know where the material is, it doesn't give you effectiveness. Secondly, most of the things we have talked were available in one of the NOCs. Active NOC, all the passive data was being collected. But automation of workforce, etc. wasn't there. So what is the real innovation beyond that?
Okay.
What DG is on or off? What is the petroleum diesel level? What is the status of the batteries? All this information was being collected in that NOC. It was not a TOC, but it was a NOC where all the passive elements were getting. So what was the innovation which you have gone beyond that NOC which was available?
So, let me answer your second question first. With regards to the innovation, as you rightly said, that at that point of time, in the OSS feed, the passive events were coming, but the new thing which is there, that it is just not capturing just for the assets which were already existing. It is capturing the events for the new assets. It is sending energy data on a real-time basis to the system, as well as all kind of decision making that has to like the OSS thing that you have already mentioned, that passive alarms were there. So it was just for the monitoring purpose. No action can be taken at that. No decisioning was there. However, with this, it is completely automated and integrated till the field force to go and know what exactly they have to go to the site and what action they need to perform. So this is something which was never there. This was completely built newly. And with regards to your first question with field force management and the spare house, so this talk is not a standalone entity anymore. This stock has been integrated with the classic IT, ERP system and the billing. So the overall inventory management as well as the workforce management is also integrated. So this overall solution is integrated. The TOC, CIT, the classic IT and the analytics, it is all three are integrated.
I have one very simple question. You are an infrastructure enabler for mobile telephony sector. Are you anywhere in your tower operations making use of mobiles? Nowadays, enterprise mobility is the thing. Have you found any use for it? Other than calling up an engineer? No, that is phone. Have you found any other use?
So I think the SMS point is something that you can talk about. The fact that we are now actually reporting trouble tickets to our end technician through an SMS, automated SMS use, which was earlier not happening. And again, you'll say that, hey, if you can reach through SMS, why not reach through call? The point was that if a technician, an end technician does not respond on a trouble ticket SMS, that means that trouble ticket has still not been acknowledged by a person who's ready to work on that incident. That trouble ticket, if not acknowledged, will automatically be assigned to another technician or a level above it. So that ensures that, within a TAT of about 2 hours max, by when the first technician should have acknowledged, if in that case the technician does not acknowledge, the issue will not stay unresolved. It will automatically be sent to another person who has to acknowledge and will automatically go up to the higher level as per our hierarchy. So that's something that's really come about now. Also, sir,